Hello, Rooster High clients and YouTube friends. Today we are going through the instructions for recording a podcast episode in Squadcast. You'll have to excuse the voice. I've been auditioning for the role of Optimus Prime in all of the Transformers movies. They're going to do remakes already. The first thing you're going to do is go to app.squadcast.fm. That's app.squadcast.fm, and you will get this dashboard. Now, what you're going to see on the left is you're actually going to enter in this screen, dashboard all shows. Now, one thing that you'll have to do right off the bat after coming here into the dashboard is clicking on your show. So this is going to be your show. Art will be here, so you'll recognize it pretty clearly because we're going to be working with a few buttons that only appear once you click that. When you click into your show, you're going to see the buttons down here. What we're going to do is we're going to click create a new session. Now, to keep it simple, I just want you to click schedule a session. This other button can be useful sometimes. However, let's not worry about it. Just click schedule a session. It gives us much more control over what we need to set up. And all the options it gives us here are things you're familiar with if you've ever used a Zoom, Google Meet, any kind of video conferencing application, then you'll be totally familiar with exactly how all of this works. Click schedule a session. After you've clicked into your show, you click create a new session, schedule a session, even if you want to record right now. Click schedule a session. Obviously, you see the name of our podcast is up here. This one, just a truism. Rooster High clients are the best. So the first thing you're going to do is add a title. Now, keep in mind your guest will be seeing this title. It does not have to be the final title of your episode. So let's go ahead and say this is an episode 2. We've got our title in here. Now you notice that the stage link was generated. This is what people will use to jump into that recording with you if you have co-hosts or a guest. Make sure to select the date of the recording. So if you're recording right now, you can leave date, start time, and end time exactly as they are, because you can record into the session at pretty much any time. But if you're scheduling this with other people, like a co-host or especially with a guest, you'll want to make sure this is scheduled for the right time. That's what you would do if you wanted to schedule it ahead of time. And so the time and date data for this is now set for the 27th, 11 to 11:30. And that's what people will see when they click in or when they get the Squadcast generated email inviting them to the session. Now, we probably won't be using the Squadcast generated email. I'll show you what that looks like in case you want to use it. It is very easy. It looks pretty good. It's not perfect. What I recommend is the personal touch with your guests by just copying this link, making sure they're invited here, but copying this link and then sending that to them in simply a simple custom text-only email that you're sending them after they agreed, of course, to be on. We have all this. I'm going to move this back to today, the 22nd. Let's keep that. Well, we'll just say 10 to 10:30, even though it's past 10:30. It'll still let us record, so that's fine. Make sure your time zone is correct. I believe the default will be Eastern Time, UTC -5. Recording format, audio or audio and video. So if you're an audio only show, go ahead and just click audio only. If we don't have to record video, that simplifies a lot of things. That just makes less room for error, doing things more simply. Of course, if you're recording video, please click audio and video so that we actually have the video for the show. Now, a note with audio only, the video will still be present in your recording session. So if you're recording with a guest or a co-host, you can still see them and react to their body language and everything like that. Do not click maximize recording quality. The default recording quality is already great. And also you see that little beta tag there. As a general rule, just avoid turning on anything that has beta on it. That means it's in testing, of course, and could cause issues. So now that we have set our title, our date and our time zone, our recording format, and then we have not clicked maximize recording quality. Over here, we're going to add our participants. You can see I am signed in through my personal email here. Let's go ahead and add this silly man, Zach@roosterhigh.com. And we can add as many participants, up to 10, as we need to. So you'll invite your co-host or your guest here. Adding their name here does not send them an email yet. It simply lets them enter into the session when they get here. Now, we're pretty much done setting all this up. Now you just have to decide how you want to get this stage link to people. You can click send emails, and that will send invite emails from Squadcast on your behalf to all of your participants. I'll show you what that looks like in a second. What I generally recommend, though, is just click copy stage link and then send this link to your invitees in a simple email saying, hey, so thanks for so much for coming on the show. Here's the stage link you can click on our, during our recording time on such and such date, such and such time. Okay. Do keep in mind that if you change this title at all, even just 3, it will change the stage link, and we get this little notification here. Previous share links may no longer work correctly. So make sure everything is locked in. Make sure everything is locked in before you click copy stage link, because it changes. I've had success using old links for people to get into sessions. However, there is a risk that they won't be able to, and you would need to send them a new link. So only copy the stage link and send it out once you have all of this double checked and locked in. So if you want to use the Squadcast email to invite your list of participants, here's what it's going to look like. You are invited to record on, and then show name. Rooster High clients are the best, obviously. It even makes the podcast title the name of the email sender, which is great. It's from invite@squadcast.fm. So that's a really nice little touch. Of course, it is a little cattywampus. The show logo here is off to the left. Squadcast, you're invited to record by this email. That's fine. It gives the date and the time, recording session. No, don't worry. This was an email from an earlier test, so it didn't get this wrong. This was the actual time and date when I sent this to myself earlier. The recording session will be audio only, but to join the session, add it to their calendar. And then a few things. There is both a remote interview checklist, and then this is also a checklist. This is a little complicated, especially if your guests are, only moderately confident with technology. And this remote interview checklist, let's see if it pops up on the screen here. Yeah, this is too complicated. And I want you to be equipped with a few basic checklist items so that you can walk your guests through. I don't want your guests to have to go through this full page of entirely too complicated stuff, right? This is too much. This is too much for your guests. If they're digital natives, if they're really good at tech, they're not going to need it. If they're not good at tech, that list is probably going to stress them out, and we don't want that. So you can use this if you want to. However, I recommend just copying the stage link and including a few simple requests from you in a little checklist in the email you send them. Mostly just, hey, wear headphones, and are we recording just audio or audio and video? And that's really all you need to send them, right? But please wear wired headphones, not Bluetooth headphones, by the way. We'll touch on that in a minute. Wired headphones, let them know audio or audio and video. We're good to go. We're going to click done. Now you see we have this session here. Rooster High clients are the best, right? That's our show. Our show logo is here. How to Squadcast with the best. This is an audio session, right? So it has this little waveform here. It would show a little video icon if we were also recording video. Now this is set up. If we had set this up for the 27th, like we exampled earlier, it would show, the 27th at like 11 a.m. EST, all that sort of thing. And then it would just be sitting here waiting for us, even on our dashboard, right? The general dashboard for all shows would be sitting there waiting for us. Or if you click into my show, it's sitting here waiting for us too. And you can just click share link, copy link, and then you can just send that link to the people on that invite list, right? So that's another place to grab your share link if you didn't grab it during the session creation. Now the entire session is set up for recording, whether we're going to record right now or we're going to record later, whether solo with co-hosts or guests. It's all set up. It's ready to go. So now we're getting into the recording proper. There's a number of things we want to get right so that we make sure that our recording is of good quality, that it uploads correctly, because that's the beautiful thing about this system is that you hit hang up, you check a few things, and then boom, all the files are over to me and my editors so that we can take care of it all the way to getting that episode scheduled for you. Now it's time to record. We're getting ready to record with some guests or just solo. We click start session. This is the green room. First thing you're going to do is going to put your name. You can put your pronouns here if you would like to, and that will display next to your name. Echo cancellation for you aren't wearing headphones. This, you can't turn this on if you're not wearing headphones. If you're a Rooster High client, please be wearing wired headphones. You just know that trying to use this may cause some issues that are, if you really don't want to wear headphones and you just want to use this echo cancellation, that's fine. Your audio recording is likely to be generally of a bit of a lower quality with a few small issues here and there. So if you're fine with that, that's totally okay. However, I highly recommend wearing some wired headphones and keeping this off. And then make sure that your proper microphone and camera, if applicable, are used here. My correct microphone is this one, which is going through a little thing on my desk over here called my Focusrite. So I want my Focusrite USB audio, analog 1 and 2. Logitech Brio is the camera that you're actually currently seeing me through, which is having trouble booting up over here. As you can tell, that's an issue. So let's go over to, where is my Camlink 4K? There we go. So this is another fancy camera right behind my Logitech Brio, actually. And so you can see I'm there in glorious, unshaven 720p, quite a bit of a different camera. And then, of course, select your correct headphones. These headphones are coming through my Focusrite, so this is correct. You'll want to double check all of these. You're going to have to do a short test session beforehand. Go ahead and click Start Session once all of this is correct. And you're just checking you here, right? You're just double checking all your stuff here. Click Join Session. Now we are in to the session proper. Once you're in, you will see anybody else who's joined. You will see them here in the screen with their own video stream. I recommend making sure you're joining before any guests so that you can be settled in, have all of your stuff correct, so that when your guest comes in, you can say hello, make sure they're set up, chat with them for a bit to warm them up if you need it before you get going with your interview. And of course, if you're recording solo, you are good to go here. A few things we're going to look at. The stage over here, everybody will have an entry like this over on the right, including your guests. It'll have your name, and you can still change a few options before you hit record down here, right? Because we haven't started recording yet. Important to know. You can still change your options here on the right in case something went wrong and you need to switch options. So these are all correct, of course, for us right now. Now, you'll be able to actually change these options for the other people in the session. The default options should be working. If you can hear them, if you can see them, then everything's good to go. However, if your guest is having a bit of trouble and perhaps they have multiple microphones plugged in for some reason, you can actually switch their inputs here until you find something that works. Now, this is where, of course, you've requested in the guest email that they bring wired headphones. If they don't have headphones, you can open up their tab like so and click Echo Cancellation, or turn it off. Don't turn on lossless audio. The default audio is, of course, good enough. It is great. It's a very good quality. We don't need lossless audio for our purposes. Once you've got everybody set there, you are going to do a test recording to make sure everything is actually working. Start recording, the button is down here. You'll click that. You see recording start up here, and then you'll just start talking with everybody. You can be warming them up still during this time. Of course, we'll edit out anything that's not needed for the episode proper. And what I recommend is recording about 30 seconds. We're at 26 here. Record about 30 seconds of a test and just have everybody talk. If somebody's not talking kind of naturally, just ask them to count to 4 or 5 just to get some sound and some motion going. And then click stop recording, because we can just click this button again and record some more. Because what we're going to look for is you want to first off see that notification that file uploading is complete. Because what happens is it records this video, or really it's just audio right now, but it records everything locally and then uploads it to the cloud as you go, and then it finishes that uploading after the session is done. Now, an issue you need to watch out for, it's critical to watch out for here at the end, is that sometimes when it says here, uploads are done, they're actually not done. What I need you to do is when you hang up, see here where it says local recordings take 1 a minute ago, click this arrow right here to the right. And on this screen here, you'll see this is me for some reason. I'm Squadcaster 33IE. You will see everybody else, and you'll see audio, and you'll see video if you recorded video. And if it's not done uploading, you will see little upload progress bars. If it is done uploading, all you'll see is these simple icons like this. You just want to make sure that they're completely done uploading. Sometimes you might have to sit here and watch it be stuck at 95, 98, 99% for up to a minute or so, and then it will wrap up and it will finish. And what I want you to do is that if you click the video icon or the audio icon, check this out. You can actually preview it, where make sure that everybody has the same length of file. So in this case, if it was a 40-second recording, I want everybody's to be at about 40 seconds. It's okay if there's a small difference. And then with both the audio and the video, you can actually click play audio. And I'm hearing myself talk now. I'm hearing that it's good quality, that it captured everything as it should. We say, great. Okay, things are working as they should. I'll click this X to back out of that, and I'll click record and then start recording my episode proper. So once you record the episode proper, of course, you hit stop recording. You, of course, check to make sure. Now I'll show you what this looks like with multiple ones. Recording, woohoo, yes, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We'll cut from here. Okay, we've got about 20 seconds. So we're hitting stop recording. You see we have take 1, and then see how it was uploading there. Hello there, dear viewer. Zach from the future here. Something happened in this video that I need to point out about what the upload looks like. When these files are uploading and we need them to finish before we exit or else it causes issues, I want to show you what that looks like. It happened very quickly. We kind of moved past it and I described it verbally earlier in the video, but I want to show you right now here on the screen what that looks like. So you'll see here up on the screen in this little interlude, you will see where it is uploading partially. There's a progress bar. It is still uploading. I'll loop the video if you need to see it for a bit longer. But that is what it looks like when the files haven't completely uploaded to the server. And if they don't completely upload to the server, I don't get files really at all that I can work with to create your episode. So this is what you have to watch out for. So sit here and watch it until it goes all the way complete. And generally speaking, it should always go complete. If you sit there and watch it for long enough, it will figure it out and it will get it there. Now, it will always complete if you did a successful test beforehand. If you verified that your setup and everybody's internet connection is working and you got a test completed, you checked the files and they were good to go. You should not at all have a problem at this point now that you have recorded your full episode and you're making sure it has uploaded completely and you are double checking those files before you exit. You need to wait for it to upload all the way like this, bing, and then you are good to go. And of course, you're done. And me and my editors take care of everything from here on out. All right, back to Passac. We've got what we need. This is going to auto send over to me so that I can edit, make it into an awesome episode. Now that we're done, you can say goodbye. So long, everybody, and click leave session. Click back to dashboard, and that is it. You've recorded your episode, and you went through all of the steps to make sure that your recording is quality, that your recording is there, that your recording has uploaded completely, and that you helped your guest as much as you could for their recording quality to be great as well. I have a checklist version of this linked down below this video, so that you can go through this checklist both in setting up that recording session, running that recording session, and also the very basic short number of things you should be asking of any guest who comes on to your show. So that's it. Of course, if you are a Rooster High client, if you have any questions about this or need to run some practice again, just email me. We're going to get that set up and let you rock and roll with that to make sure you are confident in running these. It's just like Zoom, just like Google Meets, with 1 or 2 things put on top to make sure our recording quality is good. And if you're watching this and you're not a Rooster High client, but you're saying, I've got a podcast for my business and I would really rather a professional set the whole thing up, help me design the show, run the show, help me come up with topics from my expertise that are going to really resonate. And then I don't actually have to handle anything on the back end. And I want reports every month. Let me know. Get in touch with me on the website, roosterhigh.com. Schedule a meeting. Let's rock and roll. Thank you so much. I hope this was helpful, and I'll talk to you next time.